inside. Bradshaw, Stabler back. Here comes the rush. He sidesteps. Can he throw? He can't. The ball flipped forward is loose. A wild scramble. 2 seconds on the clock. Casper grabbing the ball. It is on the fumble. Casper has recovered in the end zone. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here. He does.
Welcome to the Ladies of Darkness, a member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network.
Brought to you by DC4L Custom Tees and Captain Jack Rackham. If you know anyone who would be interested in sponsoring the ladies, hit us up. Today on the show, Week 2 in the NFL was almost as crazy as Week 1. We'll get into that, some league news, and since we forgot last week, a very special Seriously Bro. So,
As soon as Jenny gets her mic out that she just discovered she had. Jenny, how long have you had that headset, Jenny?
probably about 2 years.
2 years. And what did we just discover?
The microphone.
Wait for it.
The microphone pulls out and extends from the headset. And I've been thinking that it's been dumb, that it just sits like half an inch out of the head.
And it just doesn't hear very well. It's deaf. Whatever.
Exactly.
Get closer to your microphone, Jenny. I'm as close as I can get.
Yeah, it's attached to my ear. What am I going to do?
Pull it out, apparently. That's all you got to do.
I don't even know how I discovered that. Last week I was just messing with it and it started pulling.
I told you. Well, I think I mentioned we were trying to do our sound, right? And I think I said something about, can you, is your microphone already plugged in, or can you attach it or something like that? I don't remember. And you're like, oh, let me check. And then you grabbed it and you pulled. She's like, I didn't even know that this happened. How does where did this come from? Oh, goodness. Good times.
Shut up.
I love you for who you are and every ounce of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what's been up with you this last week?
Oh gosh. Well, so my cat got stuck in the couch. It was really funny. My dog and my cat fight a lot, and this one was a particularly funny one. It's my old lady cat. She's old and fat, and she's grumpy, and she wants to be left alone, but she doesn't. She's kind of one of those instigators, so she'll go up, and she used to do this to my old dog too all the time. She'd go up and just start grooming him, and he'd sit there and take it, and then she'd just smack him for no reason. And just keep smacking at him. You know, the cat, like, constant, like, bat. You know how she does, the cats like do that little boxer thing where they just smack at each other. It looks really stupid.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, oh my God, I'm so big and bad. No, you're not. You're a fucking cat. And so she'd do that. And then she started doing this to Clarice. And Clarice is a 60-pound Staffordshire Terrier mix. She does not take a whole lot of crap from a whole lot of anyone. However, she is scared of my cats. She's only scared of one cat, which is Bruce, because he has whooped her ass more than once. But Junebug, they get and they fight and like they'll wrestle and stuff. And they were wrestling on the couch. And I looked over because Junebug was being especially rowdy and loud, like, rah! And I looked over and her head is stuck in the couch. She has gotten herself wedged underneath the back cushions and between the bottom cushions. Oh. And I had to drag the dog off of her because the dog just kind of hovers over her and goes, arr, 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 and like bites at her, but doesn't bite her. She just mouths her. And it's so stupid. And so I had to like pull the dog off the damn couch. And Heidi was up because we were watching, I think we were rewatching the football game. And I was like, Heidi, can you help the goddamn cat? So she had to dig her out of the couch cushions. We almost needed an excavator. It was really bad. Junebug's really fat, so I just put that out there. She's really fat, so it's hard to extract her from anywhere. But my dog is ridiculous, and I know I talked about her a little bit last week, but I'll talk about her every single week because that's what we do on this show. We talk about our pets. My dog, whose favorite meal is baby socks with a side of scrunchies. I have to tell you this though, when she was like, I think she was 3 months old, she threw up, and I went to see what she threw up, and it was an entire adult sock.
Jeez.
It was as big as she was. She got that whole thing down without even ripping it. I don't know what happened, but it's like she's part bird. And then she did that again. She was about 6 months old, and she threw up, and it was a whole diaper.
A used diaper?
A full used pee diaper.
Ew.
And I couldn't figure out what this was, and it was not intact completely. So she had the big nasty part that she swallowed whole. And she ripped up the rest of it, spread it everywhere, and I was like, oh God.
Gross.
Why?
Your dog's nasty.
All dogs are nasty. Put a diaper in front of Shadow, I guarantee you he eats it. Guaranteed.
Not my sweet baby.
I guarantee you. I will mail you a diaper. You put that shit in front of your dog's nose and see. Does your dog eat cat shit too?
No.
Oh, you're lucky.
He did when he was a puppy, but he learned real fast that I didn't like that.
Oh, okay. So mine, yeah, she still thinks that's a snack box. My last dog, a little old man who we put down last year, he used to eat cat poop every once in a while, and he didn't do it so much later, but when he was younger, he did. And when I had to have him put to sleep, they said that it looked like he maybe had a stomach cancer of some sort, but he was 16. So, I mean, yeah. At that point, give the man a break. He just deserved a rest. And my mom, I told her about it, and she's like, oh, it's probably from all that cat shit he ate. And I'm like, how do you get stomach cancer from cat poop? Where does that come from?
We could do an experiment.
Let's do a scientific experiment and see how that works.
Oh, gross.
Oh my gosh. And I was going to talk about my son's birthday condoms.
What
Not
does
the
that
little
even
one.
mean?
My oldest son is turning 21 in just a couple weeks. Oh my God, it's just a week. Holy crap. And so I thought it would be funny, because I'm the weirdest mom ever, to get him a piñata and fill it with like little tiny liquor bottles and condoms and stuff, and get him a good head start on his 21st year of life, and make sure that he's safe about it.
Naturally.
So I ordered these condoms off of Amazon, because I thought, you know what, whatever, it's probably the cheapest place to get. They have like freaking multi-packs, they have like porn star packs of condoms on Amazon. You can get them in bulk by the hundreds. Wow. It's ridiculous. I just wanted like a couple to put in a piñata as a joke. And then I found one that's like really big. It probably fit on his head. But it's like the I don't remember what it's called. It's really stupid. But anyways, so I ordered these birthday condoms, and I got this package, right? And I opened it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be Jack's protein shakes. And it was not. So I'm sitting there trying to stare at these little packets, and I'm like, how does this even work? I was almost ready to open one to prepare a bottle for my baby son when I realized this is a condom for my older son. That was creepy.
That's gross. Awkward.
Anyways,
Poor Jack.
I hope that's not a terribly bad idea. My son is probably going to find it hilarious, but be a little bit embarrassed about it, because he's a dork. I don't know.
I think it's funny and wonderful. Is he going to have friends there watching it? Because
I'm going to make sure that wherever we do it, it's going to be somewhere that is going to be fun and surrounded by lots of people. So I told him that when he goes out, I said, I want you to do a karaoke for me, because he does the best impression of Fetty Wap I have ever heard in my life. And I was like, I want you to do some Fetty Wap on the karaoke. And he's like, okay. So he's going to have a whole birthday weekend planned, right? And he goes, Mom, if you can find a place that has Fetty Wap, then I will do that for you. And I was like, awesome. So I'm going to plan that. I got to find a place here in town that's doing karaoke again. I have no idea if it exists, but we're going to figure it out. I'm going to bring a piñata full of condoms. It's going to be a good time. If anyone wants to show up.
I'll come.
I bet you would.
I just wouldn't do the pinata at like Chuck E. Cheese or anything.
No, we're gonna skip Chuck E. Cheese this year.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, enough about me.
That's awesome. So back to the cat and the couch thing. I have to tell you my cat and the couch story.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we have one of those couches where the middle pulls down and it's like a table and it has charging stations and cup holders on it.
Mm-hmm.
So my super fat cat, the 25-pounder.
Jesus, I didn't realize he was that big. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, he's huge.
Junebug's only like, well, her biggest, I think she was at 18. I think she's down to like 16 now. She's lost some weight.
Wow.
So she just looks like she swallowed a bowling ball. She's not a big cat.
Hair.
She's just really fat. Anyways, go ahead.
Poor baby. Well, he would walk on that table thing, and if he stepped in the wrong spot, it would close. And so he would fall back in behind the couch. And there's a back to it, so he's kind of just stuck in limbo, couch limbo. And I would have to try and pull him out of there. But he weighs a lot and he doesn't really fit, so it wasn't easy. And you'd think he'd learn, but he did that several times.
He was bound and determined to get in there.
Yeah, he was. And he always looked so surprised when it happened.
I'm sure. Because I don't think that cats think about, like, Newton's Law or anything like that.
Consequences for their stupid actions.
If I do this, why did it do that? And anyone who has cats understands how hard it is to get them out of somewhere they're not supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
Because they do not give two shits about what you think about what they're doing.
Right. And they can cling to something like nobody's business.
They're going to dig in, and then if you get them out, they're still going to bite you and make you pay for your unfortunate mess up in their eyes.
Even if you're trying to rescue them.
Right. Fuck you. I don't want to be rescued. I'm going down with the ship.
That same cat has hung himself multiple times on the blinds cord,
Yes. Oh my God.
So I ended up having to cut those cords off the blinds.
Lovely. I have to tie mine up really tight close to the top. So
yeah. I ended up just getting new blinds that are cordless.
Nice.
Yeah.
It works.
Yes. So I know we talked about bugs for a really long time last week, but I have one more quick short story about it.
I have a feeling you're never going to be out of bug stories living in Arizona.
I won't be. And that's fine with me, as long as it's not ants. But of course, this one's about ants.
Of course it is.
So the exterminator came, and I didn't see an ant for days. And I was so happy. And then one day, we had a full bottle of Kahlua on top of the refrigerator. And when the refrigerator door closed a little too hard at one point, the Kahlua bottle fell and shattered. And there was Kahlua all over the kitchen and dining room and walls and refrigerator. Like, I don't even know how it got to some of the places it got. And cleaned it up, mopped. And of course, it's Kahlua, so it was still sticky, no matter how much I cleaned. And yesterday...
Yeah, you have to go through with like a bleach mop with that. It's terrible.
It's like impossible. And it was all like under the floorboards, and I don't even know how to get it all out. But last night, we sit down to dinner, and Aaliyah's like, there's a bunch of ants over here. And I look, and there's like 4,000 ants where that Kahlua spilled.
Oh my gosh.
These drunk ants running around.
Like, dude, I bet you can't lift that refrigerator. I'm going to try it. I bet you can't lift that chick over there. All right. If I lift the fridge, you got to lift the chick. All right. Okay. And then we're going to steal their food and we're going to go have fun.
Exactly. Oh my God. Ugh. Such a mess. So now I don't know if I have to call the exterminator again and tell him the Kahlua story.
Oh goodness, we were going to talk about our ghosts too, but I mean, Do you want to leave that for next week?
We can leave that for next week. Yeah.
Yeah. We have plenty of ghost stories and ghost time. We have time for ghosts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My daughter and I watch that Nukes. I think it's Nukes Top 10 on YouTube, and they do like the top 10 scariest ghost interactions and ghost sightings and stuff like that. Dude, I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but that one's badass.
That's awesome.
Watch it.
I like ghost stories.
I do too. Yay.
Cool. I'm gonna have to try and remember all my ghost stories since I moved in here because there's quite a few.
We could start, making lists.
Oh yeah, and checking them twice. So, one other quick thing. You know how last week we talked about your favorite commercial, Scoop There It Is?
Yes.
Today on TV, I saw that they are making a Scoop There It Is ice cream flavor.
Oh my gosh. I need that.
know.
I need it immediately.
I need to find out where to get it because it kind of looked like you can like win it somehow, but there's got to be a way to just go buy it in the store, right? It's ice cream.
I hope so. Is it like the Marshawn Skittle thing?
Yes.
Remember when he did the special Skittles, whatever it was? We never got a bag of those. I was really disappointed. But it would be awesome.
I will
if I could find
research.
some of that. Yeah. Anyone knows? Anyone? Call us.
Yeah.
Well, don't call us. Let us know.
Yes.
Send us
That
a
would be
voice
great.
message. Send us a Twitter message. I don't care. If you send voice messages, we will play them on the air. We can do that.
Yeah, we can.
So even if you record your voice like on a Twitter, or I know you can do that on Facebook Messenger. I don't know.
I don't know how to do
I know you
anything like
can.
that.
I just don't know if you can do it on Twitter. But
I don't
anyways,
know. I
moving
wouldn't
on.
know. All right.
So I guess we got to move on to some team news.
Sure thing.
I want better execution. Are we clear on that? I want better fucking execution.
So, our Raiders, our beautiful, beautiful Raiders, are now one of only 7 undefeated teams in the league, which includes division rival Denver, tying the two for first place in the AFC West. Now, Denver has had a much easier path to their 2 wins, beating the Giants and the Jaguars. We can all yawn about that because who cares about the Giants and the Jaguars?
News fast.
Exactly. While Las Vegas beat 2 2020 playoff teams.
Nah.
We're better. And we should obviously be number 1 because of that. And let's just go ahead and discuss the fact that we beat the Ravens and the Ravens beat the Chiefs, meaning that we are better than the Chiefs.
That's the rule of transitive properties.
It sure is.
Dude, do
What?
some research. That's what that means.
Exactly. Despite 2 solid and dominant games and wins, the Raiders continue to get disrespected in power rankings and by fans across the league, including our own, just to point out.
Yes.
I don't know why we're the most hated team or one of the few most hated teams. We always will be.
We always have been. We always will be. It's because Al Davis fundamentally changed the NFL.
Well,
And we were never the in crowd. And I saw the funniest comment. I have to tell you this. I saw the funniest comment. I think it was on Facebook the other day. I was reading through some comments on the game thread. And one guy said, well, it's sure they played really well with that extra player out there in the stripes. And I'm like,
what?
who the fuck are you? Have you watched any Raiders game before this? Because if you had, this would be maybe the 3rd time in 50 years that we've had a call go our way or had a bad call in our favor. Seriously.
Right.
That could totally be a seriously bro all on its own. But
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
see that many of those people around, but I know they're around. Like he was probably like 15 or something. I don't know. Anybody's allowed in
doesn't
those
know.
groups, so who knows? But I thought that was kind of hilarious.
It's also kind of embarrassing.
It is embarrassing
Jeez.
for him.
Yeah, for him.
I'm assuming he was a Steelers fan, but he didn't come out right and say it. So I don't know. But assuming he's a Steelers fan, confirmed he's an idiot.
Yes. Total confirmation.
And let me just say, in possibly the dumbest power ranking all season, Bleacher Report ranked the Raiders at 15.
15.
15? Behind both the Ravens that we beat last week and the Chiefs, not the Chiefs. The Chiefs that the Ravens beat this week, and the fucking Broncos. Are you fucking serious? And the Steelers. What? Oh my God. I have no clue what is going on. But if you read that article, it's really funny. It's a clickbait article, of course. If you read the article, read the comments, because the comments are hilarious. There are so many people on there that are not even Raiders fans, and they're like, yeah, that's some disrespect. That's some bullshit. Even Ravens fans are on there like, I'm a Ravens fan, and the Raiders are way too low.
Yeah.
15. What was the one you read?
Yeah.
USA Today? Was that what it was?
Yeah, USA Today. The title is 2021 NFL Power Rankings after Week 2. Raiders and Ravens rocket into top 10. So, woo! Yeah, right? I was thinking, oh, well, they're totally number 1 or 2. It goes number 1, Buccaneers, 2 Rams, 3 Chiefs, 4 Browns, 5 Cardinals, and all the way down at 6 are the Raiders.
Now that is some solid respect.
Now, what it reads is, admittedly, seems insanely high to rank them even this early, but starting 2-0 against Baltimore and Pittsburgh, 2020 playoff teams, is more impressive than last year's 2-0 starts against Carolina and New Orleans.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So during our game last week, let me just point out that Henry Ruggs had the second fastest run of the week per NFL at 21.24 miles an hour. That is fast.
That is ridiculous.
Super
You can't
fast.
even go that fast in neighborhoods.
Right? You would get a ticket.
You would get a ticket in a school zone for driving that fast. And the next one, the one that was number 1, was at 21.26. So he was only 2/100ths. Yeah. 2/100ths of a second off.
Huh.
That is ridiculous.
Now, I really want to go out and see how fast I can run. How do I do that? I need a little gun? How do you see how fast you run?
Yeah, I think you need a little gun. Maybe there's an app. I don't know. There could be an app for that.
So he ran 21.24. I bet I could run 2.14.
I put money on that. I bet you could.
I don't even understand how fast it is. Like, I'm going to drive my car 21 miles an hour and, like, have someone run next to me.
Yeah, do that. Like, have Mark go out and drive the car like 20 miles an hour and see if you could even keep up. If you can touch the bumper by the end of the block, I'll be proud of you.
I would probably die after I got to like 5 miles an hour.
I would too. Oh my God. If you ever get on a treadmill, you see those people running like 12 miles an hour and they're like slamming on the treadmill like bah, bah,
right?
bah, bah. Make noise through the whole goddamn gym. Those are only like 12 miles an hour.
Dude, I wonder if
21.
I wonder if my treadmill goes that fast. I could do that.
Yeah, there you go.
No, because then I'd fall and faceplant right into the freaking thing.
That's better than faceplanting in front of your entire neighborhood.
Yeah, but if you're on a treadmill, I think it's harder to run on a treadmill than run like on the road.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Maybe I'll call up Henry Ruggs and we'll just have a little race. How's that? That sounds way more fun.
That sounds like a great time. I'd be down for that.
Okay. I will call him up. I got him in my contacts. He's my best friend.
Awesome. Well, why don't we have him on the show then, dude?
He doesn't want to talk to you. He's only friends with me.
Oh, fine. God. How come that happens to me so much?
I don't know. Maybe because I make a lot of things up.
The freaking time.
Maybe because I lie.
You lie like a cheap rug.
I sure do. So right now, let's take a moment of silence for a huge Raiders loss this week. Rob Rivera passed away. Let's celebrate a man who created an iconic piece of NFL and Raiders history.
For any of you who don't know, Rob Rivera was the co-founder of the Black Hole, and that's why this is a humongously sad day. Even John Gruden spoke up and said, "Sad day for Raider Nation. He was the original, most importantly, a great man who loved life." He was apparently this is. Let me read a little excerpt out of this Paul Gutierrez article. He said, Rivera, who was in his 50s, was inspired to create the section after seeing the Cleveland Browns dog pound on television in 1994. But let's do it on rabies, he said. That's awesome. Some Raider shit right there. So our condolences go out to Mr. Rivera's family, and it's a sad day for Raider Nation. We have the utmost respect for a man who created such an amazing part of what we are as a franchise.
Yeah. And it will live on forever, meaning that he will live on forever.
Forever, yeah. I was talking to Heidi the other day. I know I talk about Heidi a lot because she lives in my basement, so that's the only reason.
That sounds really creepy.
I know, it's really weird. The house is set up for that. I swear to God, it's like a mother-in-law apartment and a regular house. But we watch football together, and we watch, I got her hooked on 90 Day Fiance, so don't judge. I don't want to hear none of your bullshit. Nobody, just everybody calm down. Anyways, so we were, what was I saying? Oh, we were talking about the Black Hole. And I guess Homer, she's on the Only Nation podcast now, right? With Homer, Raider Homer, and T3. And she was telling me that we saw Homer on TV, right? He was the guy in the Homer mask, and he was sitting in the black hole. So she was explaining to me how it works there now, since before it was like the black hole was behind the end zone, and the other end was just the other end zone. But apparently this time now it's the black hole is in like the serfs section, the peasant section. Because the other end of it is the table service with, I don't know. It sounds like it's not the sweets, but it's fancy. It's fancy talk. So anyways, yeah. So Mr. Rivera, your legacy is moving forward. We're taking it with us.
Yes.
Who's going with me?
Everybody.
All right. Jenny, what was your favorite moment of the game this week?
Oh, jeez. Winning.
Winning. There's a lot of good moments. I got to tell you, I was watching the NFL YouTube compilation, highlight video, and it's like 15 minutes long. And I think like at least 9 or 10 of those minutes were Raiders highlights. It was awesome. I'll take it.
It was a good game.
It was. It was a very good game.
Yes.
Mine, okay, so I have a couple of notable items. That Trayvon Mullen interception was frickin' beautiful. And
yes,
Mr. Solomon Thomas with his 2 sacks on that fat boy.
Oh my gosh. It was funny watching people try and take him down.
He's fat. He's the hardest quarterback to tackle.
He's like a weeble.
I was looking at him, and he's a little thinner now, but when he gets to his chunky, like December Roethlisberger weight, he looks like a Minecraft character.
Oh my gosh, he does with like the
Yes.
block head.
Yeah, and the block body. He's got a perfectly little, rectangle body. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It is hilarious.
Hey, not to steal focus, but have you noticed that John Gruden looks particularly stacked this year?
He is definitely slimming down, isn't he? He
Yeah.
after that first game and they made him like that. They did that graphic of him, supposedly him walking through the desert, and he looked more like a woman who was going to ask for the manager.
Karen?
Karen Gruden. That was not a good graphic, by the way. So NFL, I don't know, was that on? It was Monday Night Football, so that would have been ESPN, right? They need to figure that graphics shit out. That was terrible. That was terrible, terrible. Any hoot. So yes, so I think our Mr. Thomas, add him to the pile of dudes who I absolutely love that we picked up. Game changer. Of course, Daniel Carlson, he was a perfect 4 for 4 on everything. Fantastic. Even AJ Cole, he got his average punt was still almost 50 yards. Punters are people.
They're people too.
They are people.
I sat next to his family, like his mom. I can't remember if his dad was there, but I remember his mom. I sat next to him at a game, and he came up and talked to his mom, and it was the cutest thing ever, and he was so sweet. And you can tell he's just a mama's boy, and
Aww.
he was super nice. And I wish I could see him again, because that was a few years ago. So,
wouldn't it be awesome to see him now and see if he could sign a jersey?
Yeah.
That would be amazeballs. All right, Jenny, let's talk about our weekly contest.
Yay! So, like we said, we're going to have a contest, and here it is. Tweet us or post on Facebook your guess for the final points total of the game, and we'll send a prize to the first person who sent us the correct answer.
Yay!
That's exciting. I was going to ask you, so do you want to give a prize to the closest guess, or does it have to be exact score?
I think we should do exact score.
Okay. That's hard, but you know what? It's been done.
Maybe we should do you want to do like a exact score within 2 points? Either way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right. We'll do it that way.
Okay. So get those guesses in as soon as possible, because if you send it, you're the first one and you're right, then you get the prize.
Woohoo! And since we're talking about our weekly contest, our next game is coming up on Sunday at 12 o'clock Alaska time. Thank you. I don't care about any other time zones. Screw you. Just kidding. Dolphins, Raiders in Allegiant Stadium. Jenny, what do you think?
I'm a little nervous about this game. Not because I'm afraid of the stupid Dolphins, but because of what happened last year when we played the Dolphins.
And the year before, and the year before.
Yes,
and the year before.
Last year was particularly upsetting because I think I told you this, but the Dolphins are one of my old clients' favorite teams. And she talked like mad shit to me about before the game. I was like, there's no way we're losing you. Like, shut up. I'm done hearing about this. Mm-hmm. And then I texted her like at the end of the game. I was like, we won. Screw you. And then we didn't win.
Damn it.
Yeah. So, but honestly, the Dolphins just got their asses kicked by a team that we're better than, in my humble opinion. So yeah, I think, let me make a guess on the score. I'm going to say 17 Dolphins and 35 Raiders. That's my guess.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I also have to say that I am a little bit skeptical because we always have a trap game.
True.
We almost every single year there's one game like, okay, we can sleep through this game because it's not going to be a good one. We're going to destroy these guys. Like, was it the Jets a couple years ago? Cleveland a few years before that. I mean, it's just one every single year, it seems like. Every year. And I don't want this to be that game. We are currently predicted to win by ESPN at 62.4%, which is, it's okay. But Tua is going to be out. I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. I really don't. I have no clue. He's likely out, though.
Yeah. He hurt his ribs or something.
He probably sprained his vagina. I don't know. Oh, by the way, can I just say how badass our quarterback is?
Well, yeah, always.
Yeah. He went and he got hit low and right in the knee. And for some reason, there was no flag on that. I get it. The guy looked like he was probably blocked into Derek. But, dude, he fucking shook that shit off like a champ.
That terrified me.
Beat the fuck. I know. I was sitting there holding my breath the entire time. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to do anything because I was like, I swear to God, if anything happens, it's going to be my fault. Oh my God.
Exactly. And we didn't have Mariota, and it was terrifying.
Well, we have signed a dude off of the practice squad. I don't even know his name. I looked it up the other day and I still can't remember it. Who knows? Whatever. But we signed him to the practice squad. He's like a 7-year vet. Never started in an NFL game.
Poor guy.
Whatever.
How are you a 7-year vet? And you... Oh, that
he
poor
started
guy.
in preseason games.
That would be me.
But no regular season games. Anyways, so there's no question we can whoop the shit out of the Dolphins. No question. It's just a matter of, is this going to be a trap game where we get a little too lax, a little too laid back, all of a sudden something happens and Derek Carr gets sacked 6 times and then the Dolphins are like, woohoo, we're a good team now. And then they beat us 42-3. I don't want to get into that position.
Jacoby Brissett is playing for Tua, by the way.
Oh, he is. Okay. He's aight.
I kind of like him.
There's a reason that the Colts didn't keep him on as their starter.
Yeah.
And there's a reason that the Patriots got rid of him too. But just looking at the numbers here. Okay. So did you know, can you guess what rank we are in offense in the league right now?
Well, is it like real, like by stats or by like Bleacher Report?
No, this is by NFL rankings. NFL's rankings are offensive ranking. Where do you think we are?
3.
1. We are number 1 right now. First.
Wow.
You know where Dolphins are? 31st.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah. We're about the same on defense. Actually, they're 15th. We're 16th. Which, by the way, is a huge improvement for us. Can we just put a little nod on that, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Passing. Do you want to guess where we're at on passing?
3rd.
First.
Whoa.
First, and they are 30th. Rushing, however, they are 27th in rushing, and we're 30th in rushing.
I'm surprised we're not 32nd.
Yeah.
But we don't need a good run game when we can throw the ball and catch the
bombs,
ball.
baby.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I think you're probably pretty close on the what's it called? That score thing there. I'm going to go 35-10. All right, let's go to news outside the nation.
To satisfy your passing fancy with the rest of the league, here's the news outside the nation.
Whatever. So, I don't have much to say this week about news outside the nation because why talk about other teams when the Raiders are so wonderful?
That's a really, really great point. I really appreciate that.
Of course, anytime. But since we were just talking about the Dolphins, I do want to bring up the fact that the Bills stomped them 35-0. And I really wasn't expecting that. I think I picked the Bills to... No, you know what? I did pick the Dolphins to win. And I think that was one of the only games that I got wrong this last week. Because who knew?
Hey, no shame. Bill's kind of got. Well, okay. Here's another transitive property thing. Bills got their asses beat by the Steelers, right? We just beat the Steelers. The Bills beat the Dolphins. We're gonna beat the Dolphins. There it is.
Knock on
Kaboom!
wood.
Yeah, no kidding. Hello. So that's a good yeah, it's a good way to look at it. We can just use that as the mathematical equation on how we're gonna beat the Dolphins.
I'm liking math today. It's going in our favor.
I can only see your forehead.
I can't see you at all. I'm looking at the spreadsheet.
Oh. I
Is that
usually
better?
keep them side by side. Yes.
I don't know how to do that.
Really? Jennifer?
Let me figure it out. We'll
do it later. Anyways.
I figured it out. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Should we have Heidi take that out or leave it in?
Leave it. Although I didn't figure it out, apparently, because I have you on the side and then my other one is still big, so I don't know. Oh, I figured it out. Okay. I can see both of you now. Yay! Back to football. So, another interesting thing that happened was there was a fire on the roof of the Superdome. What's that all about?
Yeah, apparently there was a fire started on the roof of the Superdome in New Orleans. Nobody was hurt, the last I heard, and I don't know what the damage is, but I am hoping that it wasn't anything too drastic to destroy the Superdome, because, you know, we've got some Raiders history in the Superdome, too, and that is one of the oldest fields left in the NFL. So it would be nice to not have it burned down.
Yeah, my brother that we adopted lived in the Superdome for a little while during
Katrina.
Yep. So yeah, I would like that to stay up.
Mm-hmm. It says, so I just pulled up the little update here. It was the roof that caught fire. There was one person injured. There was a crew that was pressure washing the Caesars Dome roof. I guess they hit something wrong. I don't know.
Weird.
So anyways, nobody was really seriously injured, just one minor injury, some burns on the face and arms. But it looks like it was contained, and there's not a lot of damage, but there's going to have to be some repairs done there for sure.
Yeah.
So luckily nobody inside was hurt. There was about 70 people working inside at the time. Nobody smelled smoke, and luckily nothing caved in on them. So I guess they cleared it up and everybody went back to business. They sent them all back in. So anyways, I'm glad
You're
to
fine.
know.
Get back to work.
Yeah, no workers' comp for you. So anyways, that was kind of sad. But so week 2 was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So let's just go over a couple of the weird things.
Sure.
The Panthers are 2-0 now because they beat the Saints, who trounced the Packers last week, who came back and trounced the Lions this week, which is not saying a whole lot because the Lions are still the Lions. But they're doing a little better. The Patriots won their 11th straight meeting with the Jets. 11th straight.
Wow. That's not that impressive either.
No, it's really not. The Rams are actually making a play for being one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very interesting. They just started 2-0 for the 4th straight season, and now they have Matthew Stafford under center. So that's only an improvement.
Which is funny because the Lions suck.
Yeah.
And they have sucked. So obviously it wasn't him, maybe?
Guessing it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And let's see. In other news, the Bucks are still disgustingly good. I don't even want to watch their games anymore.
I hate them.
We already know what's going to happen. Although the Cowboys did really give them a run for their money. The Cowboys, by the way, who came through for us this week.
Finally
came through for us. Woohoo!
I really didn't think they were going to win that game.
Oh my God. It was so close.
Yeah.
I seriously, it's a good thing they have a good kicker because damn.
Except their kicker has been kind of shitty lately, so.
Well, that time he was not. That's when we needed him to be good, so he was,
Exactly.
and that's all that matters to me. I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of the games were exciting to watch this week.
They were fun, yeah. And, of course, thank you to the Ravens. Baltimore, we appreciate you getting us back. We needed you to beat the Chiefs, and you did it. That was a good game.
It was.
It was a really good game. I mean, it was pretty amazing to watch. It was entertaining. It was constantly go, go, go. It was apparently Lamar Jackson's 9th career game with 100 plus passing yards, 100 plus rushing yards. He is quite amazing, that little man. Not
did
little
you?
Man. He's kind of a big dude.
Did you see when Sammy Watkins, it looked like he intentionally didn't catch the ball and then an interception was thrown?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-uh.
And I was like, he totally did that on purpose because he played for the Chiefs and now he plays for the Ravens. And I don't know if he was if he really did it on purpose, but he totally could have caught that ball. I don't know what happened, or if he was just being lazy or didn't notice what was going on. But he could have made a little more effort to maybe jump or reach up a little higher to catch the ball. But then it was an interception, and the Chiefs got it.
Wow. Is he a gambler? Do you think maybe?
I don't know, but I thought that was a little fishy.
Also hilarious about that game, Patrick Mahomes threw his very first September interception ever. That was probably the one you just talked about. Speaking of interceptions. Anyways, so yeah, that was a really good game. I really enjoyed that one. The Monday Night Football game was kind of a snooze fest. I really didn't enjoy it. I watched some of it, but I was just already knew that it was going to be just an Aaron Rodgers show. He's not messing around anymore, and he said something about, I'm tired of the bullshit. Whatever. Anyways.
I think he was so angry and embarrassed about last week, the first week.
Oh, yeah.
That he was like, I'm not letting this happen again. I only caught the last 10 minutes of that game because I was at a softball game, but
yeah,
it was boring.
You didn't miss much.
No.
Also, the funniest, well, maybe not the funniest, but maybe not funny, haha. It's kind of funny, haha. Apparently, in our meeting against the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger hurt his boob, which means that he'll be out for the rest of the season, of course, because that's what Ben Roethlisberger does. Remember a few seasons ago, he was out after suffering tennis elbow. And he was out an entire season. Prior to
tennis elbow is a girl injury. Sorry.
So is having a vagina, and he obviously has one of those too. I was just going to get to that, by the way. Prior to his tennis elbow, Roethlisberger's basically suffered from a sprained vagina since approximately 2010.
I honestly don't know how he's still in the league.
I don't either.
For real.
I don't know.
I don't know. And speaking of Roethlisberger, I don't know how, I didn't realize this before, but on Sunday, for the first time, I realized that Ben Roethlis Double Cheeseburger plays in Ketchup Stadium.
Isn't
that
brilliance.
Amazing?
That is brilliance.
Right? Did they do that on purpose, or
I don't know.
Does he have a deal with Heinz?
I don't know if maybe he didn't realize that he was going to grow into this old grumpy fat guy, and people would make fun of him by calling him Ben Roethlis Double Cheeseburger. Maybe that had something to do with it.
I love Heinz ketchup on my double cheeseburger. Like, that's my favorite part.
I love double cheeseburgers, but not so much when we have to watch the Steelers. I have my pseudo dad. I call him my pseudo dad. They're my pseudo family, and they're kind of like my parents in town because my parents live out of town. And he's a Steelers fan, die hard to the death. Steelers fan, 100%. So he and I don't talk on Sundays when the Steelers and the Raiders are playing because he knows there's a pretty high chance that even if we're 0-13, we're going to whoop their ass because it's just what the Raiders do with the Steelers. It's how we roll. And so I waited until late Sunday to call him. It was probably 7 or 8 o'clock. And I was like, I just wanted to give you time to cool off and make sure you were still talking to me. And he's like, oh no, you're the last Raiders fan to call. Both of my sons already called. And then a guy that I work with called. So everybody else is out of the way. I was like, good. He's not that kind of guy at all. He's one of the most level-headed people you'll ever meet. But it was just, I had to call and give him some shit.
That's
anyway,
great.
So I just wanted to give you an update on Heidi Game too. We're gonna have Heidi on probably once a month. She does her own show now, the Only Nation podcast. So make sure you catch her there if you can. And she's gonna be on probably just do a quick segment once a month. We don't want to spread her time too terribly thin. And then we are going to let's move on to our lady killer.
Yay.
Who's that lady killer?
All right, Jenny. Lay it on me.
This week, my lady killer, no shock, it's Carr.
Woo!
Now, he did have a little issues with the fumbling and the, kind of sucking a little bit at parts of the game. But he went 28 for 37, 382 yards, 2 touchdowns. And in the last 2 games, he has a total of 817 yards.
Boom!
Come on. Anybody who has to talk shit about Derek Carr, I mean, I get it. I really don't get it. I don't know what your problem is. But I love Carr, and he's awesome, and he's proving it.
Yes, he is.
He makes mistakes, but everybody does. Even Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Everybody makes mistakes. And Carr makes up for it.
He does. Can I just give you a quick little stat here? He has 350 plus passing yards and 2 plus passing touchdowns in 3 straight games dating back to 2020, which is the longest streak in team history. Okay?
Team history. Yeah.
So calm the freak down.
Yeah.
And by the way, here's a little fun fact about the Raiders. Okay, we do not get enough attention on the Raiders Steelers history. Newer fans don't get it. Do not get it. Here is a fun fact. The Raiders and Steelers combined this week was an historic week. They combined for 91 rushing yards, which was the fewest in the entire history of their 30-game matchup. 30 games. We just got the least amount of rushing yards ever.
That's hilarious.
Anyways.
I also wanted to give a major shout out to the Raiders run defense because holy crap.
See, that goes right there, doesn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
I don't think I've ever been able to say that.
I don't think we've ever been able to say that ever.
Yeah. It's I'm kind of in shock by it.
I know. It's really funny. It's really sad, but it's funny.
It is. But I don't know. Thinking back, I've never been, I don't know, hopeful, I should say, when it comes to our defense.
No.
If we're...
Every week we're kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, God, now our defense has to get on the field.
Defense wins championships. Well, maybe ours will.
Our defense can't even win a down, okay? We can't win a game of tiddlywinks. Can you give me a heads up? Can I get an amen? Oh my God. We held them to 39 yards. 39
That's
yards.
insane.
That is insane.
All right, who you got?
Those are perfect. Mine, I got to give love to our defense. I'm a defense girl, man. Yannick and Max with that sandwich action. Oh! Those two combined for 11 QB pressures, which directly resulted in Solomon Thomas sacks. And he sacked that fat boy twice during that game. We didn't even know if Yannick was going to play, so I'm really glad that he did. I got to give a little nod to our other free agent pickup, Casey Hayward Jr., because he had 2 passes defensed and he made some big plays. Those were my 2 favorite offseason pickups, as you'll recall, Jenny. And I think I was right about that.
I think so too. You usually are.
Tentatively calling myself correct on that one.
That was one of my favorite parts of the game, actually, when Hayward stopped that amazing pass. Like, if he wasn't there, that totally would have been a touchdown.
Oh, that would have been a touchdown. No question at all.
And he just jumped 20 feet in the air, womp. Yeah. Without even getting a PI.
No, it was perfect coverage. He
that could have been
placed
an
himself
easy PI
so perfectly that there was no way they could call that as interference.
There wasn't even any contact.
No, exactly. He just put himself around that ball area to the point where it was perfect. It was like textbook. That's what they should show in, NFL films.
Yes.
Because that was amazing. That was amazing.
It was.
Love me some Casey Hayward.
Let's see more of that.
Let us every week. And we are still 100% on scoring off of turnovers, by the way. Thank you very much.
That is also insane because we usually just get the ball right back.
Yeah.
Go 3 and out, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess since we're getting to be bummers, what were you going to say?
I thought we were going to go the whole game just kicking field goals, and I was like, oh, there's no way we're going to win this off field goals. But hey.
But we did.
Yes, we did.
We got some touchdowns. All right, well, let's since we skipped it last week, we need to do a really good Seriously Bro.
Yeah, and I think we have one.
I think we do.
Yes.
We all have our moments. Some of them earn a place on our wall of shame.
Seriously, bro.
All right, so let's talk about the most hilarious Texans F-up I've ever heard of.
That's a good one.
And I kind of miss... I'm kind of sad that I missed it. I didn't get to see it happen, so I'm going to have to go back and watch it because I have to see this. The Texans got a 13-yard gain on 3rd and 15. And the play was ruled offsides by the Browns. So instead of accepting the penalty and going on 3rd down, the Texans head coach decided to decline the penalty, bringing up 4th and 2, and then the Texans punted. Seriously, bro?
Seriously, bro.
What were you thinking? What? I really don't understand it.
What? Seriously, bro. I don't know. So I saw that initially and I was like, I don't know what's going on there. And somebody commented something about maybe it was a play clock or something about the clock. I don't know, but I can't think of any specific instance in history where that would be appropriate.
No. And I don't even know how many comments about it, and everybody was baffled.
Yeah.
So if there really was a good reason behind it, nobody knows what it was.
Right. Exactly. Nobody knows. I don't think that they're talking about it. I think they just want to push that one under the rug. Just like, what's his name? Matt Nagy. Apparently he's, I don't know if you heard this or not, but his commentary on putting the quarterback in, what's his name? Jalen Hurts. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Andy Dalton got hurt. He's like, it's all scheme, bro. Like your quarterback getting hurt is scheme? Is that really?
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
totally.
They were playing this loop on the what is that show? Oh, Jim Rome. I caught him. He's okay sometimes. But I caught him this morning and he was playing this loop of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Somebody was singing it. I'm guessing it was Matt Nagy because they kept doing this at the same, in the same segment. And people were saying that it sounded like he said, buy me some penis and Cracker Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to break it down to where you could hear every single syllable. Buy me some penis. There was no T in that. So I don't know if he's showing some support, some love for our gay NFL players, which is just the one, and we got him. We'll keep him. Thank you very much. Or if he's looking to try to get some women in the league or what, I don't know. Or maybe he's just, he's having some serious questions about maybe talking about some of his personal life. I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to be as diplomatic here as possible. Maybe he's gay. I don't know.
Nice try.
Or maybe it was just a horrible verbal mess up. I have those. I
haven't done that.
No,
Yeah.
never. What are you talking about?
Nah,
Jesus
I don't
Christ. All right, Jenny, let's wrap it up.
know. All right. Well, thanks for joining us again on Ladies of Darkness, a Crow's Nest Podcast Network production. If you're interested in donating some money to keep the ladies in the dark, please do so. Our PayPal link will be up on all of our social media accounts.
And coming soon, more of us. Make sure you just subscribe to everything. If you don't know how to find us, let us know. We'll send you a roadmap.
Yep.
Give us a call when we have our number back. But in the meantime, like I said, you can send us any messages on social media, and you can do that voice message thing too, and we'll play your message. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
That will work just fine.
You could send in your guesses for the score, and we can play
We'll
that.
play those there.
If you want.
Don't forget to do that. Thank you for the reminder, Jenny. That's our contest this week. So if you can guess the final total score within 2 points either way, and you're the first one to submit that final score, you win. We got stuff.
Yay!
We got stuff. Yay, we got swag. Keep an eye out on social media for any other contests, questions, prizes, events, giveaways, and make sure you get in on the action. So, all right.
Heck yeah.
Dolphins upcoming. You ready, Jenny?
I'm ready. Go
All right.
Raiders!
Go Raiders.